Hey everyone, this is Josh from before, and I'm here with McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, the Riddler from the Batman movie. This is the first 7-inch Riddler from McFarlane Toys that we're getting, hopefully the first of many. Looking forward to more comic style Rogues Gallery. That if you need it, I got this through Amazon pre-order, which shipped. Good looking photo on the back. Be careful about promising things you can't deliver here. He's got that roll of tape in the photo. There's no tape in here, it just be careful about that stuff. At least we are getting real photos of the actual figures though for these shots, and not just like 3D renders or what have you. Let's get this guy out of here. So his torso is this soft rubber material which has a great smell out of the box. We'll spin him around here. Obviously this look for the Riddler is based heavily on the Zodiac killer from the real world. It's kind of an interesting thing. I appreciate what they were going for. Just in general, as we keep getting these like real world grim and gritty Batman movies, I just wish we could see a movie where that could have Mr. Freeze in it or Clayface, you know what I mean? Say what you want about Joel Schumacher, at least we got Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, you know what I mean? Release the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever is all I'm saying. Let's get up close here. He's got a really solid look in person, out of the box. He looks sharp. Although I can't help but refer back to this Grim Knight when I look at these live action figures, because this figure has a lot of quote unquote real world details. These combat boots and the fabric pants and what have you, straps. And you compare it to somebody like this, and some of these details aren't quite as crispy. They don't quite pop. So it's just something I find lacking in the live action figures. So we take a look at what he's got going on here. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here, but I guess his head is wrapped in maybe cellophane or something. In the movie, I guess maybe it's just so he won't leave hairs, DNA at the crime scene or something like that. I don't know. And he's got goggles up in front that are just glued on there at the side. You can see he's got side eyes behind there. Great, thanks for that. Now he can look off to the side. The one thing I've always wanted, my character looking off to the side. Great movement on the head. I love how this mask hangs down. It's a little bent out of shape right now, but it's a soft material that tucks up underneath the hood and his jacket and stuff. Really cool. Really creepy attitude when you start moving that head around. But butterfly joints in the shoulders. I'm a big fan of the butterfly joints. I think they allow for some of the most subtle yet important body language sort of movements that really bring the character to life. Cuts there at the elbows. This guy's pretty stiff, but doesn't feel like he's in jeopardy of breaking. Pretty extreme cuts up there at the elbows. The dreaded kind of floaty piece there. But he's got articulation. Rotation is about all you're going to get out of this torso, it feels like. Maybe a little bit of forward lean. It seems like a missed opportunity to not really give him the full range when you have this soft, pliable material for the torso. I'm gonna take this off in a minute. Let's keep looking down his... The legs have a little bit of rotation there, right at the hip. They're pretty encumbered by both the jacket and just a very stiff pelvis section, although now it's starting to kick out a little bit more. Maybe if you rotate that torso and, I don't know if you need him to be doing that, but he can get up there. He's got good double knees. I was trying to see if I could get him into a crunch maybe, because maybe you'd want him in that in the trailer, he's got that rifle in that one shot. It's maybe you'd want him in sort of a tower shooter kind of position, it would make sense for his weird quasi-military Zodiac. Pretty sure this is a Vietnam jacket. I have one that's similar with this removable liner. I'm pretty sure you can find this jacket pretty easily in the real world. They did the best they could with these ball joints at the ankles. Excuse me. Certainly a big improvement from Grim Knight. It's not nearly as bad of a cut out right there. But he doesn't have the advantage of Pattinson has this like sleeve over his boots that covers that better. I mean, he's got toes. He's got details at the bottom of his feet, on the soles of his shoes. Nice touch. Good detail throughout. Just obviously missing some paint that could have brought it out a little bit better. I think it would have been nicer if these pants had been maybe a matte finish instead of this glossy. Actually, ditto for the jacket. And really, man, a weathering dry brush on this jacket would have gone a long way. He came with this ice scraper thing. I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's, really underwhelming looking. It just doesn't have an edge at all. Doesn't really quite feel like it's the same level of detail as the figure, so it doesn't feel like vitally linked to that character. I don't know if it's got a more important role in the movie, but this is pretty whack. So here's what I want to do. I saw somebody do this on Instagram, and I think it's really worth pointing out. I'm going to pop these arms off. The arms always just pop off pretty easily and can be easily put back. So I popped the arms and the head off. They all came off pretty easily. You could use warm water if you wanted to, but the reason I did that is because this jacket's not glued down at all. So you can just slide it off really easily, and you can see what's underneath here and kind of what kind of body form they're working with. And you could kind of see whether or not this thing has. So you can see it's tooled here to have a little bit of movement this way. For whatever reason, this diaphragm, it's got more backwards lean than forward. Although I wonder if you could. No, it doesn't actually. I was gonna say maybe if you could just spun those around, it might give you a little bit more, but it doesn't really. Anyway, my point being here is that this body form under here should, if they're gonna go ahead and just like tool this out like this, and put these joints in here to make up this torso, why wouldn't they be letting us move it a little bit more forward? Why wouldn't they prioritize that? So part of the reason people get so frustrated that they don't have a more significant forward crunch is because they've got this thing tooled out, and they could just go a little bit further that direction and make everybody happy. So for them not to be doing it seems a little silly. Here he is with the rest of Wave 1 from the Batman movie. I think these are probably my favorite live action figures so far from the Multiverse line. The biggest gripe for me is I think just the hand choices kind of diminish the fun factor potential there a little bit, but really sharp look. This Batman's incredible, and these two are worthy companions for that figure on the shelf. Pretty solid look. He's a good looking figure. He's creepy as hell. I can tell you that for sure. I mean, whether or not you're stoked about the movie is going to be the big contributing factor to whether or not you want to pick this guy up. Decide for yourself if you need him or not. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.